Dororo is a manga created by Osamu Tezuka in 1967, which was first serialized in the Weekly Shonen Sunday, and it was cancelled in this magazine in 1968. In 1969, the manga series was moved and concluded in the Shoten's Boku magazine, but it never got a real conclusion to the story. In 1969, the Mushi Productions aired its first anime adaptation, which consisted in 26 episodes, and it finally got a conclusive ending. In 2007, a live-action film was made, and finally, in 2019, the MAPPA and the Tezuka Production Studios released a new anime adaptation, consisting in 24 episodes. In this video, I will talk about the last anime adaptation and what makes it so good. Let's start with a brief introduction of the story. The first episode of Dororo starts with Daigo Kagemitsu, the feudal lord of Ishikawa and vassal to the governor of the Kaga province. Daigo was in a small temple, forging a pact with demons to become a great lord, succeed in his battles, and bring prosperity to his lands. After that, his wife gave birth to his first son, and just after the baby was born, a huge lightning happened, and the baby lost most of his body parts. When Daigo sees his son for the first time, he sends him to death, but the baby ends up thrown into a river and survives. After this happening, years later, we're introduced to a new character, Dororo, who at first sight just looks like a little thief and a poor boy who is being violented by some older thieves. Dororo and the thieves get attacked by a monster, but Dororo is saved by a ronin called Hyakimaru. Hyakimaru is actually the baby who was abandoned by his father Daigo and who doesn't have his body parts. He uses prosthetic arms and legs, and he is blind, deaf, and mute. He cannot see the world around him, but he has the ability of seeing the color of the soul of the living beings, identifying their true nature, which is a very cool ability in my opinion. He also has blades mounted inside of his forearms, which can be taken off for combat. After having killed the monster in order to save Dororo, Hyakimaru recovers a part of his face, so Dororo joins him and they both depart in a journey to kill monsters and recover all of Hyakimaru's body parts. Usually, the episodes consist of short stories revolving a monster who haunts a specific place. The battles and action scenes are always entertaining, but what makes you more interested is the impact that the monster makes in people's lives, and the relation of each individual with the monster, how and why they are affected by it. And what will be the consequences if the monster gets defeated? Anyway, if the anime was only about the fights against the monsters, it would be awesome already. But there is so much more, and the series gets so much better with each episode. And that happens because the anime explores the past and the development of the characters little by little with each episode. It won't tell you everything about Hyakimaru or everything about Dororo and their families in the first episodes. No, the anime will usually tell the past of the characters in later episodes, and this makes the series so much more interesting. I love animes that won't explain everything at first, but instead they'll give you hints and try to surprise you. The anime explores its characters, the meaning behind them, and their relationships very well. Dororo has a great story behind him, which I don't want to spoil, and you can see that he's always trying to find things or people that reminds him of his mother or a family. Hyakimaru is like a big brother to him, and his relationship with him is one of the strongest I have ever seen in anime. The doctor, Jukai, is like a paternal figure to Hyakimaru, and he is trying to fix his own past. Biwamaru, the traveling lute priest, who is like a monk kind of, is a mysterious figure that is always there somehow. He's like a symbol that represents wisdom, balance, and the mystery of the road, and I like him a lot. I wish, however, that they could explain more about him and his past. Tahomaru, who is Hyakimaru's younger brother, could be seen as a villain, but you can understand his feelings and his desire. You can argue if he's a good or a bad person, but you can understand why he's doing the things he does. He is sometimes confused and lost, but must act like a strong figure because he is the successor of Daigo. And Daigo Kagemitsu, although he is the biggest enemy of Hyakimaru, you can understand the reasons behind his intentions. What I like about Dororo is that the villains are not bad because they are evil beings. They usually do something bad for a reason, and they act like humans. And Hyakimaru is a strong character, fighting against his own destiny, struggling to survive. He's fighting for his own body, for his own right, and still the series always makes you wonder if it is a bad or a good choice for Hyakimaru to retrieve his body parts and to fight against Daigo. It questions you. Is Hyakimaru becoming more or less human as he recovers his body parts? At what cost is he doing that? And it is so beautiful to see Hyakimaru discovering new senses and interacting with the world in new ways. Dororo is almost a perfect anime in its own way. It is entertaining because it has action scenes, funny scenes, and sad scenes, even epic scenes. It has great character development, and it explores a lot of their pasts. But Dororo is also an anime that makes you think. What is the right thing to do? What makes someone a villain or a bad person? And what makes us human? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like anime, manga, and games discussions, please subscribe or give your suggestions in the comments below. We'll soon be uploading more videos to the channel and creating more content that you may enjoy. Thank you for watching.